I think it's y'all already know what it is. And in case you don't know, now you know. Tonight, I want to talk about something that I feel like we see a lot of. Oh yeah. Today I turned 26. Shout out to me. I turned 26 today. Been a long time coming. You know, blessed, alive and well. Proud of myself for seeing 26 long years, right? Nah, all bullshit aside, man. Like I said yesterday, this was a different birthday for me. I feel as good as I felt about a birthday in years. So that's a big step in progress. Tickets are on sale for, I'll explain all this later live. Tickets are on sale. I'll drop the link in the description after this goes off. But yeah, big show coming up in January 10th. Tickets are on sale as of right now, as of today. I will be dropping the location on that to those that brought tickets or buy tickets. I'll be putting the location out. But let's talk about it, man. I lived to see 26. Nah, I'm just playing. I lived to see 39, man, and I could say, you know, long live the guys, long live my brothers, long live my sisters, long live, you know, everybody that didn't make it, which is kind of the gist of tonight's show. We only get together, and I gotta generalize this. We only get together when you get a text, it's a funeral, a medical emergency, a crisis, you know what I'm saying? Then suddenly everybody's showing up. Cousins are there, the uncles there. My main thing has always been, why does it take tragedy to bring us together? You know what I'm saying? What happened to the family cookouts and everybody getting together and sleeping on grandma's floor and all the cousins and sisters and siblings and everybody just kicking? What happened to that, man? You know, and then I started to think like a lot of these little beefs and fallouts in the family feud and all that. I feel like a lot of that is played out. I feel like life is getting shorter every day. You really don't know if you're going to make it in the next 5 minutes. Is it really that big of a deal, that big of a beef to keep family? You know what I'm saying? It's got to be some ill-gotten ass stuff, man, to really like to keep me from making shit right with my family, my friends, my homies. It's got to be some ill-gotten, backstabbing, you tried to take me off the map ass shit, man. Other than that, I just feel like, dude, it's petty as hell. I want everybody to, if you're listening, right, and you watch this, what's one major family event, right, that you missed out? You missed out on, you stayed away from over a petty ass disagreement. And you could look back and be like, yeah, that was petty as hell. I'm gonna talk about it. Me and my dad, and I gotta shout this one out. Me and my dad, we fell out when I was 14. And it took me years to talk to this man again. You know what I'm saying? Like, it took me years. We talking about 6 years before I uttered a word to him. Like like nothing. It was dead silence on my end. I had nothing to say at that time. And at that time, I didn't know nothing in his life that was going on. All I knew was what I knew at 14. He got married. This woman really didn't like me. She treated me like shit, and he allowed it. And that was the beginning of the 6 years that we didn't speak. We didn't talk. I didn't communicate. I didn't have nothing to say. And God works in mysterious ways sometimes, because he ended up having a stroke, his first stroke. And I was visiting in Minnesota at the time, and he was visiting in Chicago when he had the stroke. So we really didn't speak. We really didn't communicate. I wasn't really trying to talk to that man. And I remember zooming back from Minnesota, because at the time my stubbornness was like, hey man, I ain't trying to hear none of this. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? I told myself, I don't really care. If you know, whatever, at that time you had a stroke, I ain't really care. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't my problem. What up? And then, and I'm not being harsh when I say that, or disrespectful. I'm just saying at that time that was my feelings. And so, Morio, what up? Styles, what up? Crystal, what up? At that time, when I was zooming back, because something in my heart hit me, was like, you might not get another chance to make this right. You might not get another chance to make this right. Now is the time, right? So I went out there. I came back home, and you know how, like, when you just with family, you don't even have to say nothing. You know what the other person want to say, but you just don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I had never seen this dude like this. You know what I'm saying? He was still my dad, even though, you know, we wasn't talking. He still was Superman to me. You know, we just, you know, being stubborn. He from down south, so he didn't really grow up in a loving, we love you, we love each other household. So it was hard for him to express feelings and stuff to me all my life. So seeing him in that hospital bed, it was like, yo, I hate that we gotta talk under these terms. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't even know. I mean, he knew I had a child, but he had never met him. He had never had a conversation about him or nothing, not from me. You know, so we sitting here and we just pouring it all out. You know, that woman did him wrong. I ain't gonna get into details, but she left him at his worst moment, at his worst time, and he had been trying to reach out to me for the longest time, and I really didn't have nothing to say. So as we sitting here and we going and we not really saying nothing, but I feel it. You know what I'm saying? I feel that vibe, that energy. And I was just like, yo, whatever took place. 7 years now. Whatever took place. You know, and you start thinking about stuff like that, because he could have died. You know what I'm saying? He in all actuality, he could have died, and we would have died beefing. You know, and I don't know. I think I was glad that I came back, but it's like I held a grudge for so long, and it was like, yo, that shit took me apart. Considering, you know, like I said, that is my pops, and even though we wasn't speaking, I still had love for him. And so we ended up mending, you know what I'm saying? But that 6 years I couldn't get back, you know. And I know they be like, yeah, time, you don't get time back. You definitely don't get 6 years of time back. You know what I'm saying? From 14 to 20, them your prime years right there as far as growing up. So I had to pretty much show myself the ropes. You know what I'm saying? He was around, but he wasn't around. So needless to say, right? it's a shame that the only time we see the whole family, right, is when we burying a piece of it. We see cousins we ain't talked to in years. We see, the first thing we do is hug and cry. But it's like, we alive, we exist. Why is it that we swallow beef in death? Because I have some family members and some relatives that disliked each other. I had some homeboys that disliked, each other at the moment, but they came together for weddings and funerals and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So why is that we could swallow beef in death, right? But not in life? Sometimes this is some of the stuff that I had to ask myself, is my anger really more important than witnessing somebody graduate, or, somebody get married, or somebody's birthday? Like, I had real beef with people, man. You know what I'm saying? And it may have costed me a lot of memories and a lot of times that I wish I could get back. You live in regret sometimes, I still think about a lot of things that took place. Sometimes you try to heal from things and you try to put something together, but a lot of times we don't value memories and things or whatnot when we have them. You know what I'm saying? When someone is gone, you don't remember the argument. You don't remember you remember the laughter. You prioritizing your pride today over your peace tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Every holiday, every birthday, every wedding you miss, that's a permanent gap in your memory, because everybody in the family sitting here talking about these things and you wasn't there. You wasn't a part of it. So, you know what I'm saying? In a sense, you feel left out. I know. I know it was extremely hard for me to go through the things that I went through. And, it was like, damn, I missed all of this. You know what I'm saying? I missed all of this. Even now, right? I try to make all the birthdays. I try to make all the holidays. But I sometimes consider myself the black sheep of my family. And what I mean by that is I love my family. I love my sisters. I love my brothers. I love my family. But growing up, I didn't have the easiest road with them. I didn't have, you know what I'm saying? I was distant a lot of years. So when they sitting back and they kicking it and they bringing up all the stuff that they did, and I can't be in that conversation because I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It kind of bothers me sometimes, because it's like the only memories y'all got of me is being bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have the happy memories in the Thanksgivings and the Christmases and all that. And I don't have those memories because, like I said, they was with my moms because they could behave themselves, and I was with my dad because I was bad as shit. So I can't really get, then, you grow up and you try to maintain those memories of your own, but it's like, everybody be doing their own thing. Everybody got their own families. Everybody got their own kids. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people don't check in on people unless they need something. That's real shit. Like, we don't be checking in on people, and when I say we, I mean just people in general. You think about, sometimes you think about arguments and fights, right, that get in the way of the children. Like, we both adults and we beefing. So now our kids can't hang with each other because they beefing, because we beefing. You know what I'm saying? Your cousin betrayed you, right? But the kid's innocent. The kids ain't got nothing to do with it, So you say, nah, I ain't going to, such and such birthday party because I'm into it with his daddy, or I'm into it with his mama. You know what I'm saying? Actually, you're not punishing me. You're not punishing me. You punishing these kids because you robbing them of an opportunity to hang out and get to know each other. Stop letting your old beefs get in the way of your children's legacy and joy. Like, I came up, you know what I'm saying? I remember the days when all the cousins get together and have sleepovers on the weekends and shit like that. I came up in that. It was actually, my sister side of the family that actually was doing that. They do the family gatherings and the cookouts and the get-togethers and all that stuff. So that's actually, it comes from that part, And I think a lot of times the greatest security system is family. When you going through shit, who you run into? You run into family. When you in a jam, who you run into? You run into family. You know what I'm saying? Whether they blood or not, that's family. And then so when you start cutting people off over small issues, you weaken that security system. You had 30 strong people in your corner. Now, because of old beefs, you got 10, you got 12, you got 5. You know what I'm saying? Your security system is weak. Your safety net is weak. You choosing emotional isolation, which is cool. Don't get it twisted. But solitude makes every crisis harder to handle because you can't do everything by yourself. You can't. You need the village when the walls fall down. You need the village. I don't care what nobody say. Hey, now I'm getting to it. But my thing is this, right? I need families to start coming together, man. I need families to get together. Let's start celebrating weddings and birthdays. Like my man said, today is my birthday. Let's start celebrating good times, man. Let's start celebrating graduations and births, and you know what I'm saying? I just hate when people get together and then the next time you see somebody is at another funeral. You know, people, they always say, man, we gotta kick it, we gotta hang out, and we don't never kick it, we don't never hang out. You know what I'm saying? I like hanging out, I like having fun, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I be looking back and I just be like, man, where did my life go? Then I see my kids and I just be wanting them to have all the opportunities that I didn't have. Like, I'm real big on I'm not big on celebrating my birthday, but for my kids, I'm big on celebrating their days. They might not get the parties and all that stuff, but I tend to make sure we celebrate and we honor. You know what I'm saying? I remember, you know, if they moms and stuff ain't around, we Zoom call. You know what I'm saying? We'll do the Zoom call. We'll do, you know what I'm saying, the happy birthday over Zoom and everybody can tap in. You know what I'm saying? So I remember those days, you know, when we, you know, so yeah, we I just want to see people come together, bro. My man's always got a silver line. Shout out to Styles. I just want to see people come together. Why is it that we only getting together when somebody passed? I hate that feeling. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we have to celebrate the wins. I don't want to keep celebrating losses. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta jump for joy when family. I want to see us come together. I want to see us do things together again. I want to see us having fun. I want to, and I used to think about that too. I used to think about why families don't come together, and then I thought about it. There are some really dope families out here. You make your family what you want it, and that's just what it is. You make your family what you want it. You have fun. You celebrate. I just feel like sometimes you have to come together, and I want to see people come together. My thing has always been, and that's the reason why I'm doing this show. Let's talk about this show real quick, man. January 10th, I want to bring people together. I want to bring people together, and I think that's important. I want people to celebrate. I want people to have fun. I'm actually doing something that I enjoy to do. If you know me, you know I can talk. I don't care if it's 2 people talking, 2 people listening, or 40 people listening. If you know me, you know I'm gonna talk. All right. So I did this because I'm doing this because I want to see people come together. You know what I'm saying? I want to bring my family and my friends together, and it was naturally fit that I do it in Chicago because that's home. That's home, and I want to. This is something that I believe I'm gonna pull everybody I can out. I'm gonna make sure everybody I can out because I want you to have a good time. I want you to celebrate. I want, you to see that I ain't this knucklehead that I was when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? I want to see people come together. Timbuktu, what up, my guy? I want to see people come together. I want to see people have fun. I want to see people rise up together. I want to see people, how can I say this? I want to see people rise above bullshit. The only time we see people come together is when it's something bad. When tragedy done hit. Like, I just seen what happened in Chicago with them kids jumping on that lady. And I thought it was a beautiful thing that we all came together, that they all came together for that. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was beautiful. I really did. But my thing is, come together for the good shit too. Come together for a purpose. Like, you see people coming together for lootings and stuff like that. Let's come together and celebrate. I don't want to see people beefing with each other over dumb shit because, like I said, you can't get life back. You can't. Once it's gone, it's gone. And that's the scary part about it too. Once it's gone, it's gone. Once time is gone. I try my best to keep people together. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to stop hanging out with people because they beefing. I feel like I'm the bridge and I try to bring hope and understanding and all that good shit, man. 39 years on this earth, I've learned a lot. I'm celebrating that God gave me another year, another day, another moment. Because again, I seen so much. It was like, man, I'm really feeling like I shouldn't be here, you know, sometimes, because, and I ain't saying that as a sad thing or nothing like that. I'm saying, like, I'm grateful because there was a lot of things in my life that would have kept me from being here, you know, so salute to that. But I will say this, and I gotta say this, celebrate your friends and your family successes too. I look around me and I see everybody, it's a lot of people around me doing big things. It's a lot of people around me doing big things, man. And if your circle ain't motivating you to get better, then you in the wrong goddamn circle. I ain't gonna hold you. I look back at some of my friends, some of my associates, some of my podcast people, and I just be like, yo, y'all really doing the goddamn thing. I don't feel no envy, no jealousy. I think I just feel motivation, like, because it's a blessing when you hanging around a bunch of motherfuckers that's winning. It's beautiful. I got people out here that I ain't never met in life, but I be rooting for them. Like I'm rooting for you in the inside. Like, I really want you to win. I really want you to succeed. You know what I'm saying? People I don't know. I want you to win. I may not always say it. Hell, I might not always show it. But I be really just be wanting people to win. Like, truly. Because I know there are people out here that genuinely want to see me win. So that's what I want to celebrate. That's what I want to be around. I want to be around the ones that want to see me win, man. Too much strife and too much bullshit. Like, I want to be one to see. I like seeing people happy, seeing people kick it. The vibe is good. I don't drink, but I guarantee you, if you out here doing something successful, you know, if you out here doing something successful, man, I'll take a drink with you. I ain't gonna hold you. It might be a little spritzer or something, but I'm gonna take a drink with you. But I think sometimes you gotta big up your people, man. You gotta love your people while they here. So from Big Smash to whoever if we don't talk, I don't tell you enough. I appreciate you. I love you. Keep building. Don't let. Yeah, you got to celebrate the rainy days, because think about it like this, Styles. There's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Where does the rainbow come? After the rain, God damn it. So yeah, because you know that your rainy days at something, there's something to celebrate after that rain, because you made it through that rain. You know what I'm saying? So take it like that. You know, I'm a flip shit some kind of way. But yeah, celebrate your people, man. Celebrate your people while they're here. Somebody just opened up a new business. Celebrate them. Somebody just had a new baby. Celebrate. Hey, listen. With that though, I tell my people, I tell y'all got about 3 baby showers in you from me, like of buying a gift. You got about 3. You got about 3 baby showers out of me. And after that, listen, pass down the last gift. God damn it. I'm not finna be celebrating you fucking. Not that many times. I'm not. But celebrate when you looking at everybody's success stories and what they doing. I be happy. I be proud. I be looking like, man, look, just go, keep going. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people will look at you and they'll think twice. I think it's just one of those things, you know, where you got to celebrate everything that's going right then and there. Don't wait till tomorrow when they pass or they get sick or some shit like that, and now you want to celebrate it. No, give me my shit while I'm here now. Like, don't get them their props and praise while they're here, while they can feel it, while they can sense it. You know what I'm saying? I just seen that shit with Chadwick Boseman, that they finally gave this man a Hollywood star. And when you think back and you look at Chadwick Boseman's body of work, it's like, damn, you wait until the man ain't here no more to honor, which is cool, don't get me wrong. I mean, flowers is flowers, but I'm just like, this man was James Brown, Jackie Robinson. Like, he was a bunch of shit. Like, and he killed that shit on top of it. So it's like, yeah, we just gonna give it to him now that he's gone. But I'm like, yo, he got a Thurgood Marshall. He was a bunch of key roles. And you know what I'm saying? I just feel like he should have got his just due when he was here, you know? And I think about that shit, man. Sometimes they don't give you your just due until you is in the grave. So I'm a push my weight up, man, and give everybody, you know, they just do. If I see you and I don't see you, if we don't talk, if we ain't talk, man, just know I'm rooting for you. You know what I'm saying? And just know I don't necessarily know everything that's going on in everybody's life, because my life right now, it's better, but it could always be even more better. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to, you know, salute. I don't know, you open a new business, you starting a new job, you got a new house, you got married, you got a promotion, something out there. You out there, you succeed, man. Your kids doing good in school, you doing good. I celebrate that. Let's celebrate those moments. I don't want to celebrate. Listen, a lot of times people will celebrate people going to jail. Then they finna be away for some time. I mean, I guess you can celebrate that. You know, this the last time y'all gonna see this person for a while and y'all want to do it big. I guess you could celebrate that. It's not something I want to celebrate, because it's like we giving you an award for doing something stupid. That's my take on it. I was never big on celebrate. Now, I did celebrate people coming home from jail and hoping that they would stay out of jail just for them to end up back in jail, which was nuts. Um, yeah, you just gotta celebrate life, man. Because listen, take pictures, take lots of pictures. You know what I'm saying? Get lots of footage, get things like that, because like I said, sometimes the only thing you're gonna have is dumb memories. That person leave this earth. So celebrate, party. All right, real shit. Party. Come together more than just dumb shit. I want to see people thrive. Go bowling. Do family nights. Plan a vacation together. Go on a trip together. Do a podcast together. You know what I'm saying? I had an idea to get my family together, to do a podcast. I thought that would have been super dope. Real quick story before I jump off here. My dad just celebrated his 67th birthday. And for the first time, I think in forever, I don't think we've ever celebrated his birthday with all his children together. I don't think we've ever did that. Like, I can't, even when I was a kid, I don't remember, you know what I'm saying? But I do now, you know what I'm saying? I have that memory in that moment now, my dad, I think this is the first time I've really ever seen him smile, like, and actually be happy, because you know what's crazy? He didn't know that we was coming, but he kept telling his wife that we was coming. And I don't know if he just was wishing on it, or he wanted it to happen and he was speaking into its existence, but he kept telling her that all my kids coming for my birthday. And she said that she used to think he was crazy. He was just, because he had a second stroke. And she was just thinking like he just, whatever. But he kept saying it. Even, she would say he would wake up and he was saying that, So it was like, he didn't know we was going to do that. Hell, I didn't even know I was going to do that. Because again, I'm not too much into that. But part of the reason why this message is, I went to see my dad 2 weeks ago. And I thought that was something that needed to happen. I don't know when his time or, my time or whoever time. So to be there with everything that I got going on, I just needed a reset for a second. And I'm glad that I was able to do that. I take that in stride, I take that in stride, man. My dad is super corny. He's a corny dude. And I think if you ask my kids, they'll swear that I'm corny, because, I probably get that from him. But I just think like, man, you got to celebrate your moments, get them kids together, and just enjoy. But listen, I ain't get on here to do too much. I just wanted the politics. Something was on my mind, so I said I'd talk about it. Where we at? Tickets on sale right now. Even if you don't come to the show, go ahead on and buy a ticket. It's $10. Support. If you do want to come to the show, when you buy your ticket, I will let you know the location. I want to take care of the ones that buy tickets and support first. And then I'll hit y'all with the location. And then we'll jump on from there. Next week, I'm going to start announcing the guests, because I got some more guest panelists. And then I got a musical artist, one of my favorites, my brother, popping out. So yeah, I'll be tapping into that. Today's the explanation for this is simple, right? The explanation for this episode, the real explanation for this is, you can't rewind the clock to fix a feud. You have to live in the present. You have to choose the high road and create memories that you want to carry with you. RSVP to life, because the funeral is already fully booked. You know how funerals, people pop out that you ain't seen in years. The best way to honor your family is to choose reconciliation over pride. If y'all beefing, the weight of resentment is too heavy to carry. Drop the anger and pick up the joy. Okay? Y'all already know what this is, man. 39 years, 39 trips around the sun, 39 with 8 children, bad as shit, love them to death, bad as hell. I think when I look back, that's gonna be my legacy, my kids. Because Mello, what up? I stepped up and I just look back and be like, yeah, that's gonna be my legacy, my kids. Anybody, they gonna remember me. That mother had a whole lot of kids. But the thing about it is, when you say that, you're gonna say he made sure all them kids was good, and they gonna grow up and they gonna be something great. Every last one of them. So that's my goal. That's my dream. That's my hope. Y'all already know what it is. Tickets on sale right now, January 10th. I'll explain all this later live. Fact. I see y'all soon. See y'all soon. You ready? I'll explain all this later live. It ain't just a moment. It is the moment. See you soon.